Hi, Holly. Great. So, given that you would have watched my first video, this issue of 5 elements of a modified report I talk about clearly in there. I haven't looked at the mark scheme, and they do talk about dates and title. I think in my video I sort of almost say that there were other things that you could talk about: the key audit management, the responsibilities of both auditor and management, if you like. I think are quite strong. But I mean, these are all part of the elements. These are just elements, right? These are just all elements, so that's quite good as well. So if you once you watch that video, I kind of cover that. Again, in the video, I highlight this, and you've done a great job. I mean, like here with this, and this is something this is something you should be comfortable with. You will see the key point is you will get given all these individual cases, and what you have to do is to first of all work out what materiality is, which you have done. Most of the time it will be material, and like you say, the argument, fair enough, is we need to do our own work, and then if it remains unresolved and they are willing, this in this case we have here a here it is. What we have here is this issue to do with, yes, this potential, they don't want to make a provision. So because now, so in effect, we have an overstatement of trade receivables. So this is the only thing you're not happy with. So because it's the only thing you're not happy with, if I go back to, I don't know if I might, I don't think I closed those pages down. If I go back to um, oh, right. So I don't have anything there. Oops. No, I didn't want that. If I go back to those, because I had opened something, another page is opening up. If what we do, if you go back to the old video, you will see where I talked about qualified, where we had the idea of where you had material misstatement. There was just the one thing, and like you've said very rightfully, everything is true and fair. Qualified, it's qualified except for. So it's material, but it's not pervasive, and you have to explain in a qualified opinion paragraph. So that what you have here is a scenario where there is no problem. But ordinarily you would give basis for qualified opinion, or that sort of thing, because if you're not happy in a modified opinion scenario. Cool, great, and that's good. So you've done that, and the same thing you do with Ash and with Bullfinch. You talk about Ash again. You weren't able to arrive to actually count inventory. So it's just inventory you can't do some work with. And remember, inventory needed us to be there to look at controls. If you've listened to other videos, so what you're really doing here is, because you can't get enough evidence to be happy with those figures, and it is material, you need to modify your report because you're not being able to gain. So here again, we have this except for, qualified except for, and the qualified opinion paragraph will explain the limitations due to the lack of evidence. And then finally, these people are experiencing, so we have a receivables issue here again. So because we have a receivables issue, or it's just the one balance again, it's just except for. So I think this is a good question in trying to make sure you're happy with understanding the principle. And if you watch that earlier video, those two should help and make sense. Cool, good work.